All right, my name is Mike. I am the FMTT trucker. I'm an over-the-road truck driver who has been certified as a functional nutritional therapy practitioner, as well as a primal health coach. What this all means is I believe in a nutrient-dense, properly prepared, real whole food diet approach to health and wellness. Um, we've done a couple of videos now discussing the um, 21-day challenge that I am getting ready to launch. Um, but before we get into the third video, and we'll recap the first two and then get into this third video, I do want to have you look in the mirror, use your camera, your phone selfie camera, so that you can look yourself in the eye and do this affirmation. This is something that we want to repeat every day because it's important for us to realize that we have full control over our results. So my choices, the foods I chose to eat, and my actions have created the health problems I'm experiencing. I take full responsibility for my health and wellness. I will stop blaming others and making excuses. I am in charge of my health and my results from this moment on, and I am taking control starting now. So like I said, it's important that we understand that we are responsible for our health and wellness. Even if we got bad information from a doctor, nurse, nutritionist, dietitian, regardless of what they have told us, it is still our responsibility to verify that what they said is true and accurate. And with all of the misinformation out there about health and wellness, it can be hard to do, but it's still our responsibility. We still need to take control of our health and wellness. There's nobody that's going to be responsible for our results except for us. So in the first video, we talked about the exercises, doing what's called primal essential movements, push-ups, plank, pull-ups, and squats. We talked about the different variations of those, kind of went over an overview, as well as the guide to reclaim your health, reclaim your life, and embrace the journey in 7 easy steps. You can find the link to request that download in the description below. So in case I forget at the end of the video, I do want to mention it now that anyone who signs up for the group challenge will also get a few recipes for the holidays coming up that are going to be healthy versions. There are going to be some sides and possibly a dessert. And anyone signing up for the group or individual challenge will get the recipe. Those of you signing up for the group challenge may get a video of me making those recipes. I've yet to decide whether or not I'm going to actually record that. So today we're going to, the second video, I'm sorry, we'll recap that. That we talked about the different, the Trucking into Wellness diet plan, and the 4 different levels of that. The first level being an entry level. If you're coming from a standard American diet and you've made no changes at all to what you're eating. You've not gone keto, you've not gone paleo or any other type of therapeutic diet. So that is the entry-level diet is basically continue eating what you're eating, but eliminate all gluten-containing grains and all industrial seed oils, as well as refined sugars. So with eliminating those 3 foods, or those 3 ingredients, you're eliminating all processed foods. So gluten-containing grains, we're talking wheat, rye, spelt, barley, and you can also do an internet search for what grains contain gluten, because I may be missing a couple there. So we're going to eliminate those, the industrial seed oils, which are canola, vegetable, safflower, soybean. There's some others I'm probably forgetting. Anything that we are told is a vegetable oil is really not. It's made from the seeds of some plant. and highly processed, high heat, and lots of chemical processes to make them clear, tasteless, odorless. Um, so those, and you can see the second video um, for more information as to why those are not good for us. So today we're going to talk about the lifestyle changes that we would make surrounding sleep, stress, and movement. So we'll talk about movement first. And this isn't included in the exercise because this is just increasing your daily movement, going for walks. If you're at a shipper or receiver, you're in the door more than likely for about 2 hours. So go for a walk, 10 to 15 minutes, even longer if you want. But the goal is to get anywhere from 30 to a minimum of 30 to 45 minutes of movement per day. And in trucking, we don't have a whole lot of spare time, so we've got to find ways to fit that in. There were recently some changes to the hours of service where we don't have to do a half-hour break within 8 hours after starting the clock. We just have to do a combination of a half hour of not driving time, whether it's on duty, not driving, or off duty within the first 8 hours of driving. So, if you stop and get fuel and then go park, let's say that takes you, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you've got 10 to 15 minutes there. You can go for a walk. When you're parking for the night, park as far as you can from the truck stop. Then you're going to get more walking in that way. Take the long way to the truck stop. Unless you're going in to eat, then take the straight path. But after eating, take the long way around. Actually, the best thing after eating is going to be to do a 15, 20-minute walk to help gravity do its job in digestion and get the food moving down through the digestive tract. In the morning when you wake up, if you have a dog, take your dog for a 10 to 15-minute walk. So 10 to 15-minute walk in the morning, 10 to 15-minute walk on your when you're breaking up your driving time, or at a shipper or receiver, 10 to 15-minute walk after you eat dinner, or your last meal of the day if you're a night driver and you're sleeping during the day. But those three there, you just got 30 to 45 minutes of activity. You can look into geocaching. There's an app that you can download, and people leave little boxes with different trinkets and stuff around. So for sleep, and we'll go to stress first. So for stress, we want to just change the way that we're looking at stress. Use different mechanisms to cope with stress. There's some apps you can get on your phone. One is called Calm. One is called Simple Habit. I've used both of them. They both have guided meditations. I believe it's Calm actually has one for during a commute. So let's say you feel yourself getting stressed because now you're in standstill traffic. You could potentially pull over right then, or if maybe before you're driving, you're going to be going into a highly congested area, and you're going to be getting stressed. Before you get going, you can hook your phone up to your radio or to your headset, and then use the app for that commute, and you can tell it you've got 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of time available. And because they know that you're driving, because you chose the commute one, they're not going to tell you to close your eyes, and you're able to focus on driving, but you're also able to do the breathing exercises. And as you learn those breathing exercises, you can just incorporate them while you are driving. There are some herbal teas that are good for the stress response. One is ashwagandha, and this is a brand that I use. It's Organic India brand, and it's Tulsi ashwagandha is the flavor, and the herbs that they use. Tulsi is an herb also known as holy basil. Ashwagandha is an herb. They're all adaptogenic herbs, so they help the body with the stress response. and adapting to whatever is needed at that time. Another one by the same brand, the Organic India, is called Tulsi Sweet Rose. Again, Tulsi being holy basil, and then the sweet rose being another adaptogenic herb. So those are some herbal teas that you can use. I use them before bed. I use them midday. You don't have to heat it up to be able to do that. I have taken the tea bags and just put a couple into a bottle of water and let it sit for about 20 minutes or so while I'm drinking a different bottle of water. And most herbal teas, not all, but most of them are not diuretic, like black tea or coffee. So you don't have to worry about them dehydrating you or taking away from your hydration status. Then for sleep, there's a few different things we can do for sleep. One is the adaptogenic herb, the meditation and breathing exercises from those apps. You want to keep your sleeping environment pitch black. If you have any light, you can get some dots that will blue light blocking dots that will go over top of those lights from TrueDark. They also make blue light blocking glasses. I have two different pairs. There's one that blocks, I believe it's 75% of the blue light, and then there's these that block 99%. And you can see that they're orange and pink. And you wear the orange ones that block 99%, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour before going to sleep. And that helps mimic being outside at sunset, so that the blue light from our phones, TVs, computer screens, the artificial lights that we use in the indoors are not interfering with the body's natural cycle of making melatonin due to, see, when the sun goes down, a dim light onset melatonin production. And that is part of what helps us fall into sleep. Some other things that you can do are to eat your last meal 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep. And this is especially true if you've switched over to keto and you are not sleeping very well, you're having a hard time falling asleep, or maybe you're waking up. You can go all day without very many carbs, and then on your last meal, 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep, eat 4 to 6 ounces of animal protein with some sort of a starch. And this will help the amino acids necessary to make melatonin get into your brain so that the melatonin production can start when you're going to bed. Pistachios you can eat about. What I do typically, if I'm able to fit it all in, 3 to 4 hours before I go to bed, I eat a steak, fish, chicken, turkey, some animal protein with some sort of a starch. And then an hour and a half before going to bed, I will take a hot shower, as hot as I can stand, because this will help increase your core body temperature. Part of the falling asleep process is the cooling of the body. So by raising the core body temperature, you can help hack the biohack your body's systems and be able to start that falling asleep process. About an hour before I go to sleep, I will eat some pistachios, and I might take some magnesium. And then about 30 minutes before, I use my blue light blocking glasses. So those are the lifestyle changes that we will be looking at making. So as I mentioned before, anybody who signs up for this program will get a few recipes that I like for the holidays, for sides, and maybe a dessert. The dessert, if I do it, would be pumpkin pie. It would be paleo. None of these are really going to be very ketogenic friendly. They would be more paleo, but give yourself permission. If you're doing keto, give yourself permission to have those carbs. It's the holidays. You're spending time with family. As long as you get right back to it the day after, or even the very next meal, there's no harm in enjoying real whole foods that are higher carb. Assuming that you're not diabetic and going way out of control and causing your blood sugar to skyrocket. So if you go to the description below, I'll have the link down there to request the guide to reclaim your health, reclaim your life, and embrace the journey in 7 easy steps. I will also have a link down there that will bring you to the website, and then you can go to, and that'll bring you to the shopping cart. You can go ahead and add the 21-day group challenge, and you'll get 15% off if you use the coupon code first group. Since this is going to be my first group that I'm doing, you will get 15% off. Normal price is $79. And there's only going to be 30 spots available for the group challenge. So those links will be down in the description below. If you want to see more videos, because I am going to be coming up with a series that I'm going to call Meals on 18 Wheels, and we're going to start off with food prep, and then we're going to go into some recipes that I make in the truck, which I don't really follow recipes. I just kind of throw things together. But I'll record those videos and put them in the on YouTube here, Meals on 18 Wheels, and then probably do some other videos here on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And my apologies for not getting this video out a lot earlier. Sign up for the group have started. As you can see behind me, I am in a hotel. I had some breakdown issues. My truck's been in the shop. Stayed in the hotel for 2 days. Forgot my camera to be able to record the video, and forgot a couple other things. Had my phone, but the camera doesn't work very well for recording on my phone for some reason. So forgot that at the truck. What happens when you get 10-minute warning that, your Uber is on the way. And then, so I went back. The truck's still in the shop, but I remember to grab my camera. But by the time I got here, it was dark, and I didn't want to do it with a whole lot of artificial light. So I do have the window open here. So again, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see when I put out the first of the Meals on 18 Wheels. And I will talk to you guys soon.